What is up, my friends and fellow collectors out there? Last night was Prime 1 Studios' Next Level Showcase, and let me tell you, the nerdgasm was strong with this one. Shoot, I'm gonna have to clean my sheets for the next few weeks after that show. That was, without a doubt, the best virtual con we've had all year. The best con we've had all year. From beginning to end, Prime 1 gave us the absolute best that they have coming out, and they spared no expenses on what they showed. That show was next level in itself. So congrats to Prime 1 for putting on an amazing show. But with all that nerdgasm heavenly goodness, what were my top 10 favorites? That's what I'm going to go over today. And so, if this is your first time on the channel, we just hit 20,000 subscribers and we are doing a ton of giveaways, including an XM Studios Gambit statue. So if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date on all of our content. And without further ado, let's go! Alright, so coming in at number 10 is the Legolas statue from Lord of the Rings. Now, I think this thing looks absolutely stunning. I love that they took the scene directly out of the Two Towers where Legolas is going down the staircase on a shield and firing off arrows. This one has a lot of dynamic energy in it. I love that they have a dead Urukai on the lower end of the base, which looks fantastic, and all the details look really good. They also have a pretty close likeness to Orlando Bloom on this one. So yeah, guys, I really dig the way this one came out. Alright, so next on my list is the Wonder Woman diorama where she's battling the three-headed Hydra. This thing looks bananas. It's a 1/3 scale diorama. That's freaking outstanding and wild. I don't know where somebody's going to be able to display this, but this is just going to be freaking huge. But I love the way it looks. I like the design on the costume by Jason Fabek, that it gave that kind of like winged effect around the entire suit, which looks really cool. Love the shininess of it. I like how she's coming down on the Hydra like that. It gives it a lot of dynamic energy. Looks very much like it came out of the cover of a comic book. And the face is very beautiful as well. Very fantastic looking piece. Alright, then we have the Red Death from the DC Metal line. First off, I just want to give Prime 1 Studio hats off for doing the entire DC Metal line. They are really bringing this to life, and that's awesome. I've seen the Batman Who Laughs in person, and that looks outstanding, and I really like that they're going to continue the entire line for those of you guys who are collecting this. But the Red Death, it just stands out. Man, that thing looks cool. I love that he's a speedster. I like that they show him running, so it's got a lot of dynamic energy. It's fast, it's moving, so I love that. I like the base with all of the skulls and the red bats flowing around him, and the suit just looks outstanding. They did a great job with making it look just like he does in the comic. So great work. That one is a winner. Alright, and next up is a villain, Talon from the Court of the Owls. Really cool that they're bringing this to life. Gives me hope that we're finally going to maybe get to see a Hush and maybe other villains being brought to us by Prime 1. So I think that's fantastic. I love the pose on this one. He's jumping. He's got his arms spread out. You know, I'm digging that. I like the base with the owls. That looks really cool. This also gives me hope that we're going to get to see a true Capullo Batman. Not just the one on the motorcycle, but him in the cowl and cape and everything like you see in the Court of the Owls series. So I think that would be dope. But yeah, really loving the design of this. The colors, everything about it looks fantastic. So yeah, another big hit. So next on my list is Nightwing. This is from the Batman Hush series, and I love the way this one came out. I also like that they went back and redid the entire thing. So last year they brought out a Nightwing and nobody was really on board with it. So Prime 1 took it off the board. They said they weren't going to do it anymore, and then they just redesigned it and came up with this, and this thing just sings. It looks really, really good. I'm loving the whole detail of it. I like that it doesn't take up a lot of space with the base. You know, he has him perched there on top of that pillar, that from the looks of it, from like a rooftop. So that looks really cool. I really like that they included some cross hatching into the suit, which is something that Jim Lee's art is known for. So I think that looks really cool, the way they did those designs like that. And the portraits look fantastic. Really awesome job. Another big hit. I'm hoping next will be Catwoman. Now this is just a reveal and still a work in progress, but we finally get our first look at a penguin statue to go along with all of the other villains that they've released from Batman. And I love that they're doing this. I like that they're giving it to us in a comic book version. This is designed by Jason Fabek, so I think that is really awesome. This just looks like it's going to be a slamming hit. I know a lot of fans, when we saw this live, we were all like, yes, finally, you know, because this guy just never gets the love that he deserves. Next up, I hope that they give us a Riddler. Alright, and next we have the Wonder Woman Rebirth statue, another 1/3 scale piece. Really loving the comic design on this one. I love the portrait the most on this piece. She looks beautiful. I love the flowing hair. I like that she's landing down onto the base. The base is nothing too special. I do like that they got the Wonder Woman design down at the bottom, and it has that kind of museum style look to it, which looks really good. But the design of the costume, the flowing of the cape, you know, the fact that they're giving us a fabric cape here that's posable, so it'll give us a way to give it a lot of dynamic range to it, is nice. And yeah, I'm just digging this thing all the way around. Very beautiful piece. All right, and then we have the Justice Buster by Josh Nizzi. So Josh Nizzi is the same guy who designed the Hulk Buster for Marvel. This thing looks super cool. I can't imagine what the cost is going to be. So the overall design of this piece is supposed to be that this is Batman's armament that is meant to battle the Justice League if they ever decide to go rogue, and it's designed by him, including the other members of the Justice League. So there's lots of different specific weapons on this to defend against the different members of the Justice League. And the suit looks super cool. It has a very Batman feel to it. I mean, I think this thing is worthy of any Stark Industries piece, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm loving it. I love that it has the whole feel of Batman. It's got the Batman logo there in the center, which looks really cool. I like that it has the ability to have Batman in the front there, in front of the Justice Buster. And then you also have the ability to put Batman inside of it, so you can have the helmet removed and you can see Batman inside of the vehicle. So I think that is super, super cool. All right, and then in my number 2 spot is the Jason Fabok Batman statue that was announced yesterday. Holy cow, does this thing look fantastic. Just from the look of it right here, I would say that this is probably the best Batman statue I've ever seen in my life. I like that it has a very iconic look to it. It's based on one of his covers, so I think that's really cool. I love that he's standing on top of a rooftop. That's what I expect to see from Batman. I like the smoke, you know, coming from one of the Gotham City rooftops, so that's really cool. The bats flowing around him is very awesome, has very dynamic feel to it, and the way the cape flow is just incredible. You know, I like that they have it looking like air is pushing up from beneath him and causing the cape to blow upwards. So I think that's very, very awesome. You also have options for a swap out portrait so that you can have him looking up and to the right, which I think is a very awesome addition to it as well. Just a very fantastic piece. In my opinion, again, just the best looking Batman statue I've ever seen. All right, and the one that stole the show for me is the Arkham Harley Quinn. Now, I know Harley Quinn has been done a bunch of times, but this one here looks just amazing. Yesterday, I totally forgot that the Next Level Showcase was on, and when this was posted in the group, I was like, holy shit, what am I doing? I need to stop. I need to come over here and watch this. It's because that statue is next level. It is fantastic. Now, this is the second time they've done the Arkham Harley Quinn. When I first saw the original one, I gave it a lot of flack. It's because I felt like it didn't have any personality to her. It looked like her. It looked like they did a really nice job on the sculpt, but it just was missing that personality that is Harley Quinn. And this one here just brings it all in spades. She is beautiful here. She's sexy. She looks playful. I like that she's sitting in the chair like that. Gives it kind of a throne appeal to it. The lower part of the base is circular, which gives it a nice museum feel to it. And I love all of the different accessories that it has. This is an outstanding piece and my favorite from the show. And that's it. That's my top 10 favorites from the show. Now, if you didn't see one that you liked on this video, it's no takeaway from it. Everything that Prime 1 Studios showed on this show was freaking amazing. I mean, fantastic work. My only wish is that they would get a Star Wars licenses, because if they did, I would buy the shit out of those statues. As always, I'm interested to hear what your thoughts were on the Prime 1 Studios Next Level Showcase. Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, guys, keep it marvelous.